Hi, I'm Carol Speaker. I'm 52 years old and I'm on a weight loss journey to lose 100 pounds in 1 year on YouTube. If you're new here, I made an intro video that tells my story and how I lost 120 pounds and kept it off for 12 years. I wrote a book about it before tragedy struck and I gained the weight back. Now I'm following my own book to lose the weight again, and you're welcome to join me. I've had a setback for the past 3 weeks due to my brain injury, and I needed to stay off the computer. But I'm feeling better, and I'm just going to be making some changes that prevent it from happening again. Also, my friend dropped off her Beamer to help me use, and I felt a huge difference overnight. As soon as I used the Beamer, I could feel it working right away, and then the next day it just uh it was just better. So anyway, better is better. So I've been using it every day since. I think this is my third day now, and there's definitely a big difference with the way I feel. So yeah, I might be able to get back to exercising this week. We'll give it a try. I checked into the price of the Beamer and they run about $2,500 to $8,000. This is like the expensive brand of the PEMFs. There are cheaper PEMFs out there and I've never used them, so I can't speak to their quality. I just know that the Beamer works really, really well. It's extremely effective, and I am definitely going to be purchasing one as soon as I have the money. So it's worth it to feel this good and to have this kind of energy when otherwise I just feel so worthless, or not worthless, but useless. I just can't get out of bed. I'm the kind of person who likes to get up early. I don't have curtains on my windows, so I let the sun naturally wake me up. And so as soon as the sun is up, I'm up. I drink coffee and then I am out the door and I'm busy getting stuff done around the cabin or whatever. So this is kind of miserable for me to have to be laying in bed. I want to do anything I can to get out of bed and get on my feet again. I will be putting a link for the Beamer in the description below again, like I did last week. I don't get any compensation for that. It's just a product that I believe in and I want to share it. So even with the setback, I still lost about 1.5 pounds. And my theory is that I'm eating clean again, which I used to when I was keeping my weight off for 12 years. I that whole 12 years, I was such a stickler about clean food, organic, whole foods. I made every meal. Nothing was processed. I was a huge stickler about it. And then when my son passed away, I just dove into whatever was easiest. And I was eating processed food. I was ordering pizza. I was eating donuts. I was just eating whatever was easy and comforting because that was the only joy I had in my life for 4 years. In my last video on the lymphatic system, I showed you how to do a lymphatic drainage on yourself. I was a massage therapist for many years and taught kinesiology, anatomy, and medical massage. So I've performed a lot of lymphatic drainage sessions and I've seen firsthand how powerful they are. Today I'm talking about the foods and environmental products that impact the lymphatic system. And I have a DIY recipe to help with one of the biggest contributors to slowing lymph flow. But first, let's talk about what the lymphatic system actually does and why certain foods and products slow it down. Your lymphatic system moves fluid, filters waste, supports immunity, and absorbs fats. When it becomes overloaded with inflammatory foods or toxins, it can slow down. Processed foods, excess sodium, high sugar, and dehydration are major contributors to sluggish lymph flow, which leads to swelling, fatigue, and inflammation. This is a signal to your body that it's in crisis mode. And when your body's in crisis, it wants to hold on to fat. Food and products that clog or slow the lymphatic system. Processed and packaged foods. Processed foods is one of the biggest contributors to lymphatic sluggishness because they contain preservatives, additives, unhealthy fats, excess sodium, and refined sugars. These ingredients increase inflammation and strain the lymphatic system's detoxification workload. Virtually anything that comes out of a package and is ready to eat is processed food. If you can buy it at a gas station, it's processed food. Fried foods and high-fat processed oils. Fried foods introduce trans fats and oxidized oils that increase inflammation and oxidative stress. High sugar foods. Sugar spikes inflammation and slows lymph movement. Hidden sugar is everywhere, so read your labels. Excess sodium. Too much salt causes water retention, swelling, and increased fluid load for the lymphatic system to clear, which directly slows lymph flow. Processed meats. Meat like pepperoni, hot dogs, and store-bought jerky contain nitrates, sodium, and inflammatory fats that strain lymphatic detoxification and increase inflammation. Caffeine in excess. Moderate caffeine is fine, but too much can cause dehydration, which slows lymph flow. It's best to stay under 400 milligrams a day, which is about 3 to 5 cups. Alcohol. Alcohol dehydrates the body and increases inflammation. During my last weight loss journey of losing 120 pounds 16 years ago, I gave up all drinking for good, and it was the best decision of my life. My weight loss started dropping much more consistently and was less of a struggle. Environmental toxins and household products. These are pollutants, chemicals, and irritants that add to the lymphatic burden. Synthetic fragrances like plug-ins, dryer sheets, and fragrances in products. Cleaning chemicals, cosmetics, deodorants, and pesticides. So go organic whenever possible and try natural products in place of harsh ones. Examples of these are vinegar as weed killer and household cleaner, extremely effective. Baking soda as a household cleaner, great in place of Ajax. Natural soaps and detergents, natural toothpaste or make it yourself, natural deodorant or make it yourself, and dryer balls instead of dryer sheets, and put essential oils on them if you want. Read labels on everything that goes in your body, on your body, and around your body. If there's an ingredient that says natural flavors or fragrance, try to avoid the product. These terms can legally represent a mixture of dozens to hundreds of chemicals, many of which companies do not have to disclose because these formulations are protected as trade secrets. Formaldehyde is one of them. Foods that support lymphatic flow. Protein supports immune cells. Vitamin C-rich foods reduce infection load. Zinc-rich foods support immune cell production. Leafy greens are anti-inflammatory. Cranberries help flush toxins. Chia and flaxseed are high in fiber, plus omega-3s. Garlic provides detoxification support, and water is essential for lymph flow. Personal deodorant can be pretty toxic, so I created a detoxifying deodorant recipe that works really well and smells great. I've been using it for many years and I love it. For one small jar, melt over low heat 1 tablespoon each of coconut oil, castor oil, jojoba oil, bentonite clay, and add 1 capful of spearmint essential oil and 2 to 5 drops of tea tree oil. Pour into a jar and let it cool. 1 jar lasts me months because you only need about a pea-size amount. Little bit goes a long way. A pea size per side. Little bit goes a long way. So the four basic things you need to remember for supporting lymphatic flow are hydration, whole foods, anti-inflammatory nutrients, and movement. Your lymphatic system thrives when inflammation is low, hydration is high, and your toxic load is light. That signals your body that you're safe and thriving, which is the environment your body needs to go from hoarding fat to using fat for energy. I'm almost down 20 pounds now. So next week, I'll go over in detail everything I've done to lose 20 pounds in perimenopause with a sedentary lifestyle due to a brain injury, including a couple online tools I haven't shared with you yet. Have a great week. See you then. $2.11. Woohoo! Okay, just keeps going down. Yeah. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching to the end.